Well, hello. We're going to be working on our value web practice. And so eventually what we're going to do is we're going to make an artwork that is really solely a practice of pencil layering and pressure, and a reminder of what we can do with the various drawing pencils that we have. So what I want you to do is to sketch with me so that you get a feel for how we're going to layer these together, and then you'll make up 3 of your own plans, your own sketches for your value web. So the first thing is just a reminder is that when we're doing this, we want to have unity. So remember, unity is that belonging, that feeling of belonging, that everything kind of goes together. And so one of the ways that we can do that is through shape. So we could have unity of shape. So in my example, we are using circles. You can use some other sort of shape. It could be geometric or organic, but you pretty much want to keep it consistent. You don't want to go, oh, I'm going to do a triangle, a rectangle, a circle, a diamond, and use too many different shapes. We want it to really be unified. The other thing we want to try is to have some variety or some differences. And so even though it's just maybe a circle, we don't want to do everything exactly the same size. Like we did in the last assignment, size variation is a great way of creating visual movement and emphasis where you can pull your eye around. So let's go ahead and start. The first thing that you need to do is you're going to start with some bigger shapes, and you need to do at least 3. We're going to do 3 in the example, but you could do more in your sketch. And so I'm going to start with like a big circle, and I'm actually going to do it where it's probably a little bit, it's a little big, and it's actually going to go off the page. And so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of roughly sketch in a part of a circle. Then I'm going to try to use a lot of space here. I'm going to do like maybe a half circle here, a little bit smaller, and then a smaller circle right here. I could go ahead and add another if I really wanted to. Okay, this is going to be our top layer. To help you with this, you could maybe think about in terms of that this is going to dark is. So, I kind of go in here so you can kind of see. I'm just doing this lightly because I'm actually going to put more detail within these shapes. But you get a feel for this is going to be the top layer. It's almost like we have a piece of paper and we've cut some circles on. And so that's going to stay light and white as our highlight. Then what we're going to want to do is go in and do some more shapes, and we're going to put them in this circle sort of shape. It's kind of like the negative space if you think about this as being the positive. This is the negative verse if you wanted to, but it's going to be openings inside of this. And so I'm going to go ahead and draw some more circles, and I once again would like you to do at least 2 to 3, but you can do more. And once again, try to vary the size. If it's all the same, it's going to be kind of boring. So this is layer 1. Here, this part is going to be a little bit darker. And right now for the shading, it doesn't necessarily matter because I want you to be able to just see the layers. We'll practice that technique a little bit later. I could, if I wanted to, continue this circle into this next small one. It doesn't quite look circular, but I can correct it and make it look better if I want to. And I can use my eraser. And then this one's kind of a small one, so if I don't fit another few small ones, like 3, that's okay too. But I'm gonna do it here. So try to make it look a little smaller. So I'm going to shade these in. So this is the layer 2. It's going to be layer 3. I don't think I can stretch that over here. Maybe it's going to be a little bit there. So I'm going to have it to be a little bit bigger. And this one we have a little bit smaller. Here's the 2, so this is going to be the 3, right? I'm going to do it one more time. You can do more if you want to, but the minimum is going to be having 4 different layers. So now I need to break this up even further. So maybe I want to go like, maybe I want to join these 2 together. So once again, I can do 2 or 3. Right, so I'm going to shade those a little bit darker. Now you notice I didn't quite get it where it was. I didn't quite get it where I got multiple shapes, but at least if I have more than one, it's probably going to be fine. That's 3, that's 4. Let's try it a little bit here. 3, 4. Let's see, a little bit, be a bigger one here, 4, so I can attach these together. Okay, so just to kind of emphasize this a little bit more, in my darkest value, maybe I want to use that 4B eventually, so that it really gets a sense of depth here. I think I'm going to clean up these edges a little bit. So that 4 layer is the darkest. It's the farthest away. And so I'm using my 4B pencil for that. Now the cool thing about this is you can even take it to the next level if you wanted to. And you can create things like cast shadows or gradations, where you can do some work with that. So like an example of that would be this 2 shape is overlapping this 3 shape. So maybe I want to do like a cast shadow, so it pops this forward. That's the kind of thing you can do to kind of take this exercise up to the next level. The key is that you want to pick a light source. Think about where it's coming from, and then overlap that on top, right? And that will create some more depth too, right? But you can try this with different shapes. You don't have to do a circle. You can do ovals, squares, diamonds. Like I said, you can do organic shapes. I probably wouldn't let it get too complicated. And once again, you want to make sure that you're at least doing 3 layers on the or 3 shapes I should say, on the top, and you need to do at least 4 layers. But you can do more shapes, so you can do more openings if you wanted to, like we have on the example. It could get a lot more complicated if you really wanted to, and you could even do more than 4 layers if you wanted to. I hope that helps. Go ahead and practice. Make sure that you try some variety in sketches. Make sure that not all of your sketches look just like mine. Try some differences, try some different placements, and then let's see what we can come up with.